Hello everybody, JD Golden Boy here, and I'm back with my second video ever. I'm gonna start to get into the chapter reviews. I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, but that's because I went to a football game this weekend, and hence my voice is a little raspy, but we won, so I had a really good time. But let's just get right into it. Chapter 1029 came out, and it's called The Tower. And before we really go anywhere, we have Jewelry Bonnie in an eating contest versus a bunch of otters, and it's called the tower. She's making towers out of these empty bowls, and she's actually just giving these otters the business. I don't think there's a single person alive. She'd probably give Luffy a run for his money, but she kind of kicked their asses. But back to the main story at play here. We pick off right where we left off. We have the sword breaking on Sanji's neck, and everyone is shocked and surprised. And then Queen said, "Oh yeah, I guess that is right. Your dad did say something about making humans more durable, with accelerated healing factor, and enhanced human strength. And to top that off, hearts of ice. So they actually are going to put ice in Sanji's veins right now. I don't know what hearts of ice is supposed to mean, but right off the bat on this first page, I got pretty excited to see if that's going to expand into like a Diablo Jambe, and now he's got like an ice kick too. Who knows? But hearing this, Sanji is starting to freak out. Geezer Chopper says, "Oh, good job, Sanji, my boy. You broke that sword with your bare neck." But Sanji's like, "No, I don't want to be like those unfeeling monster brothers of mine." And he did what any good Joseph Joestar would do, and he just said, I'm about to head out," and he just started running. He just needs some time to think. He needs to figure out his next move. So Tanji's like, "I'm gonna run," which is kind of a really weird thing to do. I'm not sure if this is going to be sort of one of those deals where Oda needs more time, or if Sanji's going somewhere important, but Sanji's out of here, and Queen is chasing him on all fours. I see a bunch of the Beast Pirates are there, and they're like, "Oh, that's Blackleg Sanji. Fill him with lead, boys," and they start just unloading on him. They blicked his ass, but he just wiped that bullet right off and turns around. He goes, "That hurt," and they were shocked. So Queen kept chasing him, and he's like, "Show me what your germ of science can do," but Sanji's just tweaking. He does not want to do that. So I'm not sure. What do you think he would do if he was starting to lose his emotions? Running maybe is a good choice, but I actually do have a tinfoil hat idea. I'll throw that in at the end though, so we don't have to waste any time and keep things continuous. So moving on, we get to the second floor with Big Mom, and she's sitting there. And when I tell you, she has the sword over her head, Napoleon, covered with the electricity, and I honestly think this is the first time I've ever been intimidated by Big Mom. Because like normally, the bitch looks like Humpty Dumpty if he ate sweets and children. You know, she's not a really intimidating looking character, but she's about to just murder both of them. It looks like Law and Kid are done for here. Meanwhile, Kid's on the ground, and Law says, "Eustace, you gotta be getting up here, man. What's going on?" And he's like, "My head hurts so bad." He goes, "You need to stop being late. Get up right now." He hits Big Mom, distracts her. Prometheus hits him with the stolen fire. It's pretty fitting. And meanwhile, Big Mom stands back up, and she does like 30 flips. I didn't even know she could move like that, but she does the Mama Raid front flip slash, and yeah, she's actually pretty powerful. I usually underestimate Big Mom, so this was kind of a rude awakening for me. But Kid's kind of getting nervous here. He's like, "Why is my head hurting like this? What is going on? I don't know what's going on with my body." Meanwhile, it cuts to the next scene. You see what's going on with his body, and this scene made me laugh out loud. It's Hawkins and Killer looking like drug addicts. I've seen them downtown, and they're just conked out. Hawkins is slamming his head repeatedly into the wall, and Killer is on the ground just laughing out loud. The only thing he can do is laugh about it because he had the smile fruits. And It's a tough situation because Killer can't attack Hawkins because that's his captain. So he's begging him, please stop. He's like, why can't we help you finish him, Killer? Come on, let's get him, let's get him. And Killer, he actually gets pretty sentimental. He's like, release, kid. You can take my life if you want. And that reminded me of Zoro's nothing happened moment. I think we're supposed to draw connections between Zoro and Killer, especially in this scene. I never really thought of Killer as much because we didn't know him well, but I've really started to like his character. He's very admirable here in Wano. And finally, Killer does what everyone was expecting him to do. He cut off the arm of Hawkins to get that attack. However, because everybody saw it coming, it still worked out pretty well. I read it, I was pretty excited about it, and he basically says to Hawkins, "We fought through the impossible odds that you foresaw, and you were sitting here and you were just pissing yourself. You quit." And so he cut off the arm. Hawkins is freaking out, and he's like, "Wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. That was my last life." And so, in a last ditch effort, Hawkins pulls out a card, and his eyes go bright wide. He goes, "The tower. Oh no." Summons this giant straw man attack, and then Killer cuts its head off, defeats the straw man, and then defeats Hawkins as well. And he goes, "Alright, kid, go for it, partner. Nothing's stopping you now." And the hype's kind of real now. I've never really cared about Kid either, but I'm pretty excited to see what Kid can do. I want to see Kid take down a Yonko. I know Luffy's probably supposed to be the one to take down all the Yonko, but if Kid wants to be Luffy's rival, he's got to really step it up here. I want to see what he can do. So, way to prove him wrong, and I'm going to call this chapter's MVP Killer, obviously. I think I'm going to start doing MVPs for each chapter, because that's just kind of an interesting thing to spice it up. So, now that we're near the end of the video, let's think about my little tinfoil hat idea. If Sanji is losing his emotions, what's the very first thing he would want to do? Well, I thought of this as kind of like that TikTok song. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? Sanji doesn't want to take any chances here. He thinks that he's about to lose his emotions. He's going to become like a robot. He's going to become unfeeling like his brothers. And Sanji's he's a very emotional guy. So he's taking no chances. It's time to say goodbye. If this is my predicament, I want to make sure that I'm texting my family I love them. I'm texting everybody, I'm texting my friends. It's time to say goodbye, just in case, because you might not be yourself in 20 more minutes. That's kind of that's frightening. So at the very least, he needs to stop fighting with this raid suit and get out of there. So I think running might have been the best move, actually. And I think that he's actually running toward Nami and the Straw Hats. He just needs to say goodbye in his mind, especially to Nami, like he loves her. If he thought that he's never going to be able to feel his love for her again, why wouldn't you go see her one last time? So I'm not really envious of that situation. That's got to be really hard for him. And hopefully he doesn't turn into an unfeeling robot. I think that would be very, very difficult to work with in the story. And so another, if Sanji is going to Nami, if further down the tinfoil road, I mean, he'd leaned Queen right there too. And so now he might need to double down and protect Nami and Usopp and the Straw Hats. And so if you want to make a crazy case that Sanji and Zoro have to be similar and get another power up, I could see Sanji getting Conqueror's Haki only in the situation where he needed it to protect somebody like Nami or Robin. And this could be potentially an avenue to give Sanji Conqueror's Haki if that's what Oda's going for. And I could maybe see that happening. Luffy and Zoro have both given up on their dreams, quote unquote, before. Luffy and Whole Cake Island, Zoro to protect Luffy. But Sanji has never once given up his ability to simp. He will always, always sit there and just take the beating instead of do anything to stop a woman from hurting him. He will protect all women at any costs. Now, if he sees Queen gearing up to take a shot at Nami, I could see him having a Conqueror's Hockey outburst, and that would be kind of interesting to see. But that's just the tinfoil. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty good chapter. I'm excited to see more from it too, and it was a lot more hype about Kid than I was expecting. So I do want to see him defeat the Yonko. And anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. Like and subscribe if you had a good time, as always. Feel free to be haters too. You can dislike. I don't care. But above all, let's just get some comments rolling, please. I got a lot of love from my first video, and I really appreciated that. I didn't think I was gonna get. I thought I was gonna get like 2 watches, to be honest. So shout out to the OGs. Thank you guys so much. I still gotta do my Blackbeard theory. I might be posting a Who's Who theory soon as well, but expect another chapter review soon. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and stay golden.